Hello students, welcome to JCE Connect. We have started with module 5. In the last class, we have discussed about the energy recovery flow charts from the solid waste management, how the energy is recovered. Now, we will discuss today about the plastic waste, its environmental significance, and how the plastic waste can be reused. So the growth of the use in plastic in the consumer products has occurred because plastic have several advantages. It have largely replaced metals and glasses as a container material and paper as a packing material. So although the plastic material comprises only 7% of the municipal solid waste by weight, they comprise a somewhat larger percentage on a volume basis. Okay, so as the landfill close and finding new sites become more difficult, the plastic and the packaging industries have come under fire on contributing to the solid waste problem without a responsible attempt at the solutions. If you see, it is often suggested that the plastic should be replaced with paper or any biodegradable product. Instead of the evidences that neither plastic nor paper will degrade rapidly in a well managed landfill. So the most consumers, they enjoy the benefits of the plastic and recognize that the additional recycling is a reasonable solution. So this plastic have several advantages. The use of those plastics has increased nowadays. So they are lightweight, and thus what happens, because of it is less weight, it reduces the shipping cost, right, because of the lighter weight. Then one more benefit is they are durable and they often provide a safer container compared to any other material. Then they can be formed in a variety of shapes and they can be formulated to be flexible. So these qualities we all know because we all have used the plastics, and they are good insulators and are well suited to wet food and even the microwave oven use. So because of all these advantages, the plastic is being used more prominently in few decades. But nowadays there is a ban on use of plastic, because now the public are aware of what are the disadvantages happening because of the use of plastic on the nature. Okay, so that is, environment is getting affected. There are lot many problems which are being created because of the plastic waste. So managing this plastic waste has become a issue nowadays, serious issue you can say, because it causes many problems like endangered, it is endangering the wildlife, right? The wild animals, birds, they are dying. If you see the ocean, rivers, they are also getting polluted. So there is depletion in the water level also, because there is no percolation if the more amount of plastic waste is dumped in the ground. So these are the few reasons why the plastic waste has become a serious issue. Okay, now we will discuss what is the classification of this plastic, then what is the identification code, and the uses for common plastics. So the materials involved here in the form of table, it is represented. First column is about material, it is made up of what material, then what is the special code used for that, then where it is used originally, and how it can be recycled, and what is the percentage of total used for packaging. So first we will see about the polyethylene terephthalate, that is the first one, that is 1 PETE. So this is used to make soft drink bottles, that is the carbonated soft drink bottles, and the food containers like peanut butter jars, etc. That is food containers, whatever plastic is used, that is called as PETE. And how this can be recycled is, it can be fiber fill for sleeping bags, carpet fibers, rope and pillows. So this is how we can recycle the PETE. So what is the percentage of total used for packaging? So it is about the 7%. Then next comes your high density polyethylene, that is 2. The second one, HDPE. So here HDPE stands for high density polyethylene. So here it is used for milk bottles, then butter tubes, detergent bottles, motor oil bottles, so film products such as produce bags, etc. So these are the original uses of this HDPE, and here the percentage is more. You can see it is 31% of the total is used for packaging, that is high density polyethylene, HDPE. Then the next is your PVC. So we all are aware of PVC, that is polyvinyl or just vinyl chloride, polyvinyl chloride. So this is polyvinyl chloride, that is PVC, is used in household and food product containers, your pipes. Then it is used also in shampoo and cooking oil bottles, fast food service items, etc. So these are the uses of PVC. Even it is the pipes which we use for plumbing, they are used of PVC. So how this can be recycled? So the recycled products include non-food containers, shower curtains, truck bed liners, then drainage pipes, etc. And here the percentage of the total use for packaging is just 5%. Then next comes your low density polyethylene, that is called as LDPE. So here LDPE stands for low density polyethylene. So this is found in grocery bags, your bread bags, then shrink wrap, and the margarine tube tops, that is in thin film packaging, and even the wraps, then other film materials it is used. So how this can be recycled is, LDPE can be recycled into new grocery bags, and the percentage is 33, which is the highest used polyethylene, that is LDPE, that is low density polyethylene, that is the highest in the percentage, that is 33. Then next comes your polypropylene, that is 5 number, that is PP stands for polypropylene. So PP is used in your yacht container, your straws, then pancake syrup bottles, and bottle caps. Okay, so whatever plastics are used for these closures and labels, if whatever you want to seize, so all these are used, that is PP, polypropylene. So this PP can be recycled into plastic lumber, car battery cases, and manhole steps. So these are the recycling ways of PP. and it contributes for 10% of the total used for packaging. Then next comes your PS. So here PS stands for polystyrene. So this PS is found in disposable hot cups, packaging materials, peanuts, and made trays. So this PS can be recycled into plastic lumber, then cassette tape boxes and flower pots. So you can reuse for making all this. So here the percentage is 10%, and all other types of plastics that included under other, that is all other resins and multi-layered materials are coming under 7th category, that is other type of plastics. So it includes the commingled plastics, that is a mixture of various plastics like squeeze ketchup bottles and microwavable dishes and all. So depending upon the material which is used, okay, they are being used for recycling. Then here percentage is very less, that is 4% of the total used for packaging. So these are all the types of plastics. Now you can recycle. So the principal types of plastics which are being used nowadays we have discussed. So in detail we can discuss, that is PET, that is polyethylene terephthalate. So this PET is recycled primarily to polyester fiber which is used in manufacture of sleeping bags, pillows, quilts and cold weather clothing. So all these are the reuses of PET. So then if you take high density polyethylene, that is HDPE, the properties of HDPE vary widely depending on the product to be manufactured. Like your milk jug are made from resin which is having a low melt index, which allows the resin to stretch while being expanded during the blow molding. So these are the reuses of the HDPE. So to control the quality when producing, the processor do not mix different types of resins or mixtures of the same resin with the different melt indexes. So instead what it is done, the flakes or the pellets are produced to form a homogeneous resin, and they are blended by either the processor or the end use manufacturer to produce the melt index which is required. So the most common consumer items which are produced from the post consumer HDPE are the detergent bottles and the motor oil containers. So the bottles, they are usually made in 3 layers, with the center layer containing the recycled material and the inner layer of resin which provides a dependable barrier, and the outer layer which provides a uniform color and appearance. So this is how the recycling is done. Then next comes your PVC, that is polyvinyl chloride. So this is widely used for food packaging, electrical wire and cable insulation, the plastic pipes. So although the post consumer PVC is a very high quality resin that needs little or no compounding, so very little PVC is nowadays recycled because the cost of collection and sorting is prohibitive. So the typical recycled products, okay, the after PVC is been recycled, the products which can be formed are non-food containers, your shower curtains, truck bed liners, laboratory mats, floor tiles, then flower pots and toys. So you can reuse for all these purposes. So there is a huge potential market in the form of drainage pipe fitting, moldings, sheets and injection molded parts, so all of which could be made from recycled PVC. So you can recycle the PVC and it will have more advantages. You can use it for different purposes. Then comes your LDPE, that is low density polyethylene. So in 1988 the production of polyethylene film was about 3.6 billion pounds, you can imagine, and this including 1.2 billion pounds for food. Just for food we used to use 1.2 billion pounds for food packaging and 2.1 billion pounds for trash bags, your disposable diapers, agriculture and construction packaging. So all these were the uses of LDPE. So most of the film eventually they ended up with the solid waste stream, okay, and although it doesn't contribute much volume in the landfill, the film accounts for about 16% by weight of the discarded plastic. So several states have considered banning the plastic bags and the disposable diapers. If you take example of Florida, wherein it has passed one legislation which is requiring the degradable bags. So as a result, what happened, the industry is under pressure to collect and recycle both the LDPE and even your HDPE, that is low density and high density polyethylene film products. Then comes your PP, that is polypropylene. So polypropylene is commonly used for automotive battery cases, then container closures, that is caps of the containers, then bottles and jug labels, and to a minor extent for the food containers. So this polypropylene, that is PP labels and the caps, they are normally granulated with polyethylene products, and the 10 to 13% can be left in the bottle grade HDPE regrind. So a large amount of polypropylene is left in the mixed flake only for low specification products such as your plastic lumber, your outdoor furnitures, pilling posts and fencing. So this lead acid battery processors also recover the polypropylene for use in the new batteries. So these are the uses of PP. Then comes your PS, that is your approximately 5.2 billion pounds of polystyrene are produced annually in US, okay, and about 25% is being used for the food packaging. So familiar PS foamed products are your clamshell food fast food containers, your plates, your meat trays, cups and rigid packaging materials. So it also includes your food utensils, your clear drinking glasses and pigmented cottage cheese and yogurt containers, cheese and yogurt containers, so which are produced by extrusion and the injection molding. So according to the plastic industry, the PS, that is polystyrene, so polystyrene comprises only that is 0.26% of the municipal solid waste by weight and only 1% by volume. So because of this, it doesn't deserve the bad reputation it has acquired. So the different types of PS packaging or food service containers can be reclaimed separately, or you can reclaim it together. So a typical process includes your semi-atomic sorting, granulation, your washing, drying and palletizing. So these are the ways how you can recycle. So you can you can chop it, you can make the pallets of this, and the recycled polystyrene is used to produce a foam foundation insulation board, your office accessories, your food service trays, trash receptacles, then insulations, toys, and injection molded products. So these are the reuses for recycles ways for recycling ways for your PS, that is polystyrene. Then the last one is your mixed or multi-layer plastic, which is given the category as other. So the manufacturers they also use less common resins and the multi-layer containers to package the products and foods with special requirements, such as it for ketchup and salad dressing we need separate packing. So these containers, they have no value as a regrind product because there is no market for it. So these are using the mixed streams post consumer plastics, especially your polyethylenes and polypropylene, to produce the resins for manufacturers of the products that are massive and they do not require any strict resin specifications, such as your outdoor benches, tables, car stops, fence posts, then your pallets and the stakes. So because the plastics are not sorted, it is a mixed. Commingled means mix, wherein sorting doesn't happen. So because of this, the processors are usually able to obtain their feedstock at very low cost, and your PET is kept out of the regrind because it melts at a higher temperature than the other resins, and it forms inclusions in the final product. So because of this, your PET is kept out separately. So these are this is how the plastics are being classified and how they are identified with the codes and how it is commonly recycled and reused.